Hi, I'm Mrs. Czerski from McKinley Elementary School, and I teach social studies to third graders. So hello, third graders from McKinley. Today, I want to talk about what we are learning about in quarter 4 social studies, and that is economy, buying and selling goods and services, marketplaces, incentives, things like that. So I invited my mom to come and talk with us about what the economy was like when she was your age. She is 77 years old now. So, hi, Mom.
Hi there.
Can you start by telling us about your school?
Okay. Well, I was born and raised in Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. And back then, our school did not have a kindergarten. So in 1948, I was 6 years old, and that's when I went to first grade. My first grade teacher, her name was Mrs. Boucher, and I really, when I think back to school, I always think of her first. I think she was my favorite. She always sent me on errands for her. If she needed something done, she would call me up and I would do all her errands for her. One other thing is we never had a lunch in school. We always came home for lunch.
Mm-hmm. And what was the town like?
Well, it was a small town. We never had shopping centers near us. We didn't have Targets, Walmarts. We had small grocery stores, and they sold the basics, meat, bread, milk, kind of what reminds me of what the convenience stores are like now. We had a 5 and 10, a movie theater, which I worked in later. The movie theater was 25 cents to get in to. And, well, that was about it.
Okay, what about your the grocery stores? You just had basic foods. We're so used to our one-stop shopping for everything.
Oh no, we had just the basic foods there, and a few vegetables and that. But if we wanted a lot of groceries, we would have to go to a neighboring town, McKeesport, or we would have to go into Pittsburgh and get things and bring home. My mother never drove, so we always were on the bus everywhere we went.
And what about restaurants, like fast food restaurants? Did you have anything like that?
No, we didn't. We never had a McDonald's until 1957, and by that time, I was 15 years old then. So we just had our basic food at home. The hamburgers, the meatloaf, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The hamburgers back then, when they opened that McDonald's, were 15 cents.
Wow, that's amazing. What about clothes and shoes? Where would you go to buy clothes and shoes? Since you probably didn't have a mall or anything like that.
No, we didn't have a shopping center or anything like that. We had to go on the bus to Pittsburgh usually, sometimes McKeesport, and that's where we would buy our clothes, our shoes, any of the basic things we needed for school.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do want to mention is the girls always wore dresses to school. We never wore blue jeans.
Mm-hmm.
So,
did you get an allowance to save for anything?
no, I didn't. My grandparents would give me money. Of course, my mother and dad would give us money if we needed things. But I would always try to save my money we always had a Kennywood picnic. It was like citywide, the schools in the city. And we would ride the school bus to Kennywood, which was an amusement park. And it is still there today, the amusement park. My favorite rides were the roller coasters. One was called the Racer. The other one was the Jackrabbit, which has a double dip. And from what I understand, it's still there today, although they've added a bunch of new rides.
Okay, that sounds fun. What about your favorite memory growing up?
Well, one one memory that stands out was like I say, we always rode the bus. My mother would make me take my younger brother, Tommy, and at that time I was like 12 years old. She would make me take him on the bus to Pittsburgh. We would go to Forbes Field, which is was the baseball field for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Him and I were members of a knothole club, which we got in very cheap. I think it was only about a quarter, as long as we had the pass. And I think I became a bigger baseball fan than it was. And we just always enjoyed going to the Pittsburgh Pirates. And I still like the Pirates, but I love the Cleveland Indians.
I know, I'll bet you're missing them right now. So, 'cause I know you're a big baseball fan. Okay, all right, well, thanks for sharing those memories with us. And third graders, keep working hard. I'm really impressed with the work that you've been doing and turning into me. Keep up the good job and stay healthy.